we're back. 3 people saw the tweet. 3 amazing people replied to the tweet. Have we got an idea what we're going to do? No. I think we will start by settling some scores. Introducing...
Oh, yeah.
Chase, I think you have a score to settle with us because I call you the American Kev.
That is just rude.
That sounds about right. No.
Why are you saying that like...
I'd be insulted to be called the American Kev.
I embrace it. I love it. Yeah, we're on the same wavelength, for sure.
There we go.
It's actually meant as a compliment. You know, when we met in Vegas, I'm not talking about that. You know, two sort of clever guys doing sort of similar sort of stuff. Nancy, we've got a score to settle with you.
I thought we did already on Twitter.
We know. I mean, we got through the first one. We met when I had steam coming out of my ears, and you noticed I had the shirt on, and you're like, AV Jam, and that was our first meeting, and you were really lovely, and you said, I'll come over to your recording at the pub, and you didn't come.
No.
I'm just surprised you blamed her for that.
And then, no, what was that other one about the, we were supposed to be given some free demo kit?
Oh, yeah. Your UK distributor was supposed to be supplying us with your Blue Pod. And they didn't, so Pear sorted it out. And then we ended up getting taxed a massive amount to get it into the country.
Did you really?
Yeah, really.
You know what's awesome
drinks
is...
about you next time.
Yeah. Work with me. Well, you know, Ampetronics, the new distributor, so that's who you'll be working with.
Okay. Awesome.
But don't send me the bill, though, on your tax.
It's on your tab. It's on your tab, don't worry.
I got asked to sign an invoice off, and I'm like, what's this for? Anyway, last but not least, Matt D. Scott. He added the D to sound even more like a movie star, I think. Kev, have you got just a bunch of scores to settle with him or what?
No, I was just going to kick him out the car, to be honest.
All right. I'll just go make some money. It's fine.
Yeah. See, no scores, in all fairness with Matt, because I know deep down he's just jealous.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's pure, pure jealousy.
Burning jealousy.
Hold on. What's the rating on this show?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
Is there a rate? Like I know you and Kev are here, which makes me think there isn't one. But
there is absolutely no rating.
Like, should I be nice to Kev, or should I just rip him to shreds for fun? I just don't know. Like, it's not hard.
What do you mean? That one. Oh, look how kiddie you got that.
Somebody new to give Kev some, well, to entertain me and giving Kev some shit for you. Just showed us your shorts.
Just to be clear, I didn't show anyone shorts. This was Kev wearing shorts.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God.
Dude, you can't wear man pads without actually wearing shoes. It's just weird.
Why would I wear shoes in the house?
If you're gonna wear the man pads, you gotta wear shoes, specifically loafers.
Why do I wear shoes in the house?
Why do you want to wear man pads that go in loafers in the house by themselves? Put on actual socks.
My toes were cold.
Oh, God.
There's logic with all of this.
Whatever you say, my friend.
See, the bad thing is Jace will sit here all giddy because there's someone to abuse me, but the problem is I have to give a shit first.
By the look of your socks and your shorts, we know you don't.
Exactly. Although I do know I look shit up.
You look what?
Shit up.
Shit hot.
Yeah, I know.
Shit hot.
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, shit hot.
Good effort, but no. I just feel so bad for your wife because she has to go out in public with you.
So does she. You can say whatever you want. She's worse. She abuses me. It's going out on Twitter, isn't it? She abuses me.
Yeah. You can't be that surprised, though.
No.
No, okay.
Although she will tell you, my missus will tell you, my dress sense is a lot better now than when we first got together 16 years ago.
She mentioned that on Twitter, and I was equally parts not surprised and just feeling infinite levels of shame for her that this is what you've progressed to. It just, I don't know.
It's ever been.
Hey, at least it isn't going backwards. That she's got some optimism that in 10 years' time you might look okay.
You might look like a normal human.
What do you mean, time? I look great.
You know what I love about you, Kev? The sheer amount of self-confidence that you have with nothing to back it up. It's wonderful. Dude, it warms my soul.
I can't say I'm as white as a sheet and I've got ginger hair. If I've got no confidence, I've got nothing. I've got to do it.
So can I test
No one's going to watch this show.
Case, do you have that same levels of confidence as him, or have I got the American Kev thing wrong?
Not quite the same level. Definitely the same style, but definitely not the same level of confidence.
Yeah, because you wore that hat in the desert as well, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
See, I like that.
See, Nancy, this is the difference between so many other people and actual Canadians who live in the cold. When we don't have to wear the woolly hat anymore, we take it off. We don't wear it again till it gets cold again. You walk around like LA and you see these guys with beanies, you know, that are hanging down the back of their head, and it's 70 degrees, and it's like, you've never been someplace it's actually cold. Because then you don't want to wear that again. And yes, I realize the irony that I'm wearing flannel.
A flannel. Lumberjack shirt, yeah.
Lumberjack shirts, yeah.
It's 45 degrees outside and raining. It's cold and day.
There is that thing. You say whatever you want about my dress sense. You are a stereotype right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm a good one. I'm a good stereotype.
Is there a good one?
Yeah. As you wear shorts.
with socks because my feet are cold, yeah.
Don't think I missed the logic of that.
Well, hey, and Matt, how about the hoodie with shorts? Where's the logic in that?
So this is what I love. This is reminding me of my 5-year-old yesterday. He walks out of the hallway from the bedrooms, and he comes into the kitchen where I'm at with my wife, and he looks at me and goes, "Daddy, I'm cold." I'm like, "Go put on pants." "Oh, yeah, I should do that." And he goes, gets sweatpants, comes back. He's like, "Yeah, I'm better now." At least my 5-year-old gets it, Kev.
Solid parenting.
See, I'm going with the logic. The higher you get, the colder it is. So my top's colder than my bottom's done.
Because all your internal organs are one.
I mean,
it's not at all how heat works.
I understand that relative when we're talking about climbing a mountain, and I'm not really a mountain, but there's logic.
No, you're definitely not a mountain.
There's logic in it. I'm loving it.
No, heat rises, bud. It's cold at the bottom of the rack. It's hot at the top of the rack. Which is why your head is always so warm. I got it now. I see. I get it. Are we doing this for the whole show? Just making fun of Kev? How long does this show go?
10 minutes.
I think you've run out of ammunition.
Yeah,
No, I just... Do I need to stretch it out for an hour and a half, or... Like, look at you. I've got enough content. The crazy thing is people might... that we...
I absolutely lost.
Yeah.
Or is Matt drinking?
Well, I was just going to say, is that Coke and rye? But
no,
then
just straight up.
for him, it's
Matt
11
doesn't
a.m.
drink. Yeah, it's 11. It's just straight Coke. The breakfast of champions.
That's a Canadian thing, is the pop and the ice cubes. I don't see that here, not in Northern California.
Why not?
You drink out of a can or you drink water or coffee. The big thing is coffee. Pete's and Starbucks.
I have water too.
You're just an ice cube guy.
I like to be cold.
Have we got anything, AV, to talk about? Is there anything in the news? Because I don't talk about the virus. I'm sick of the virus.
Yeah.
All right, what's in the
everything out.
Nancy, your gifts and your memes and everything are on point. They're keeping me.
I know, huh? So there are days where it's like bing, 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 and I want to make sure that it looks like I am working and I'm just not posting these. But it's good to break up the day, to get a good laugh in there. Yeah, very good.
The first thing I noticed when we scheduled this was, Chase, you're a niner.
Yeah. Oh, that was news. That was the one I was thinking. How did I forget? I'm here on show.
Then Kev's just retired as a niner.
No, I've not. I'm having that back.
You can't have it back.
Yeah.
You're too
I want to
old
win
then.
twice. I want to win twice. I've told Megan it's got to happen.
Is there an age limit to that?
I don't know.
To the 9?
Isn't it the young in the industry? The youngin?
Up and coming.
How did Kev win then?
That's a good question.
Are you not thinking this youthful look? You got to be young to pull up a stupid haircut like mine.
AV
Doesn't even
Nation,
work if you're young.
You do the 9 interviews, don't you? Tim does the interviews with the new 9. There's some good names in there.
There's some great names.
Lex, a few of those. There's some stars there.
Yeah, some absolute.
Lex Peters, Joe and AV. There's some real good people on that list. Somehow Kev snuck in.
Hey, no sneaking.
Chase, of course.
Dude, I was first on the list for our year. I probably wasn't. I think I was there was no one else, but I was on the list. I'm still, though, the only person in the UK, I believe, to ever get it. That's going right in. And it's that good, and I'm dining out on it forever. I've even framed the bloody thing.
We did notice that.
Yeah, that's that. I'm dining out on that forever. I've actually still got the
we noticed that we brought up this article to talk about Chase getting it.
Yes.
And Kev just went on and on and on about how he won. So Chase just left.
Yep.
No.
Chase just thought, if I'm the American version of him, I've had it. I'm gone.
Chase just said that he lost his ISP connection. Chase may or may not be back.
It was roping. I saw. I want to test this, Kev. Have you seen this Facebook Messenger Rooms video thing?
No.
Not the Messenger Rooms one. I haven't.
I've seen it, but I haven't tested it yet.
I do very little on Facebook, so I wouldn't have that much of a clue.
They've launched video chat, 50 participants. You got that portal thing for 100 quid.
Huh.
Well, I don't think you don't have to use the portal, though.
No,
you can use it. It's kind of like Duo in the sense that it's just video chatting, group video chatting.
Yeah. It's got to be
that's an interesting
floating windows, though, right?
I would hope so. That's got to be. I think that's the interesting conversation: is how many vendors are going to go into video conferencing, and then if on the outside of this, if Zoom and some of the others who have made everything free all of a sudden throw their paywalls back up, how many people are going to defect and just go to something like that?
Yeah. Well, this is very true. If you think of then the potential amount of meeting rooms moving forward that we do, I'm still not convinced aren't going to diminish, and a lot of stuff then becomes mobile or us on a laptop. How many people are going to worry about going to these professional manufacturers with their room systems when they don't need them?
We had a meet on Hangouts earlier. I thought it was quite good.
Well, wasn't that the initial push, though, when Zoom came out? Was that all of a sudden you didn't need, no disrespect to any of the manufacturers, but you didn't need to spend a fortune on all these rooms and all of the products and all of the gear and, dedicated VTCs and everything else. How much is it going to become? Like even me, I had a neighbor yesterday reach out to me because he wanted to borrow a webcam for a conference call he had to do. And I wouldn't give him mine because I'm mean and wanted it back for this show. But we had that conversation of, yeah, I can get you like a $50 webcam, a little, Plantronics headset or your AirPods or whatever. And you can have a nice little VTC system for $100 or $70 American or what? 80 pounds US or UK?
Was that nicely done?
Yeah.
Not just a hat
rack. Like that, don't you? Nope, not just a hat rack. But how,
it's interesting. And I think, like you said, when the paywalls go back up, because one of the things that no one ever expected, because it's tried for so long and it took a pandemic to do, is someone to actually break the corporate and the consumer mold. There's always been you use one for one and one for the other, and Zoom have done that. What will happen, like you said, when the paywalls come back up, or that the free account becomes back to its original limitations? What happens then?
But hold on, wouldn't you kind of love the limitation? I'm trying to think who posted it yesterday. Somebody posted on Twitter. I think it was Shabath. Posted that he wants a 45-minute meeting limit. So if Zoom limits your meeting to 40 minutes, is that not a good thing?
Well, you got productivity to go back up at that point. I mean, I do agree with that. There's a lot of meetings that you'll sit there and think we could have done this in 10 minutes and I'm off.
This could have been an email.
And that'll be the big thing, is when we're all allowed back out in the world, because a lot of us now will have prolonged meetings just to kind of have some interaction at the minute and speak to them more. You're having all these virtual happy hours and there's a lot of webinars going on because you want to speak with others. When you're allowed out in the big wide world, are you going to want it, or are you just going to want to get in, get done and carry on with the rest of everything? There's a lot of unknowns happen.
See, I think it's going to be that weird balance, though, of people are going to want social interaction, right? Because it's been so limited. But at the same time, how long is it going to be from social interaction to, okay, I'm tired of small talking for an hour just because I saw somebody that I haven't seen for a while that I don't actually like that much, or we don't, have to talk about that much, but it becomes this annoying small talk period. Because there's always been small talk, but is it going to, like, I try to make sure that if I'm on the call I was on before this, we small talked for like 5 minutes, which in my opinion was 3 minutes too long. I just wanted to get going. And it's honestly not because I didn't want to talk to the guy, but because I'm billing him for time. So I don't need to talk about how sports aren't here while I'm billing him, $8 a minute for that call or whatever it is, right? It just, I don't know. It's going to be very, very interesting to watch.
It's I don't really want to get into this conversation of it, but my concern is we're not going to know for a long time, because when we're all allowed back out in the world, wave 2 is going to hit and we end up back to square one for another 3 months.
Don't go there.
Debbie Downer.
Thanks, Kev.
I've got to watch the 5 o'clock news yet and get my downer. Come on, Kev.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Bloody hell. Nancy, come on, you're good at good news.
Yeah. I'll say it's too early in the morning here. How's that? Well, sunny, high of 70s for today.
Shut up.
High 70s. Matt, have you ever had that?
Oh yeah. No, you and Nancy can attest to this because she's from just down the road. Come spring, summer, like yesterday was a high of 60. We'll hit, come summer, it'll be 90 to 100, 95% humidity, kind of gross.
Muggy,
but,
yeah.
Yeah, muggy. It'll do that for 2-3 months. If we're lucky, we'll get golf through like October, the first week of November, and then we'll get snow.
But you guys get proper snow as well, don't you? Not like our snow.
Yeah, we get real snow. Well, yes and no. We do get real snow, but we don't get like Montana snow. We get regular snow with potentially a little bit of lake effect, which is the fun snow, because that's when, it can snow at my house and I'll get 2 feet overnight, and you can drive 5 kilometers and get, a trace amount because it's just a streamer off a lake.
Yeah. But you're in the
really
snowbelt,
cool.
right? You're in the snowbelt region? Yep.
When I was living in Toronto, get it like Buffalo gets it.
Yeah, it's Buffalo gets the lake effects.
Yeah, Buffalo gets hammered.
It's like 2 foot of snow overnight. We never get that.
No, we live in the UK.
Down with 2 foot of snow.
Oh yeah, but let's be honest. 2 foot of snow doesn't. We don't need that to close us down. We get 2 inches of snow.
Snowflake.
And the country closes
Snowflake.
down.
Just a snowflake will do.
You get that's it. One snowflake in London, and that's it. Panic's over. The world's about to end.
The funny thing is, we like growing up, we used to get a lot more lake effect than we do now. And then the winds kind of shifted, and now it goes a little north of us and a little south of exactly where I live. And we're almost to the point where if we get 6 inches, the city doesn't know what to do anymore. They'll stop the buses. They'll like for school. They'll close half the stores because, oh my gosh, there's snow. All while the majority of us have snow tires. It's not that hard to drive in this. So what snow tires are, Kev, is when it gets cold, the regular all season tire doesn't stick as well because of the type of rubber. So you get a colder rubber for the winter. Stop laughing. This is a big deal.
Why aren't you all on slicks? Where's the fun?
Yeah. No, slicks are fun. Slicks are a blast in the snow. I took my son for the first time. He was skiing a bunch this year with me on our little itty bitty hills that we have here. But I took him in my truck, and for the first time, he got to experience the joy of rear-wheel drive in a large SUV with no traction control on, which means you just spin around every turn. And the first time I did it, and gave it a little gas, the look on his face as he went, "Oh, Daddy, what happened?" I'm like, yes, when you get older, this is how you'll live.
And when I was doing driving school through my high school, they would take us out to the Kmart parking lot, and that's where we learned to do freestyles and things because they wanted to teach you. Here in California, as soon as there's rain, Yeah. As soon as there's rain here in California, nobody knows how to drive. So you see all these cars and signs that are hit because people took the exit too fast and totally off the road.
Isn't that true as well?
My
like
in-laws.
Countries. Aren't Scandinavian countries the same? Like you're passing the driving test is learning to be a rally driver.
Yeah. Well, because there's a really important part in understanding how to drive on snow, because it is different. And even though they plow the roads and everything else, if we get a lot of snow or continuous snow, it only needs to be 2 inches every other day. But all the roads in your subdivisions, they'll get caked with snow. You won't see pavement or asphalt for like 3 months. You'll just see this layer of snow, ice, snow.
Yeah, black ice.
And if you don't know how to turn into that or how to accelerate slowly up a hill because it's snowy, it's a hot mess. So yeah, you do get to learn how to kind of not really rally drive, but turn into the skid, all that fun stuff.
Oh yeah, I've just before we finish, I've just got a message, blessing, from Chase. We've all got a message from Chase. Sorry, in the chat. He was going to show us he's wearing the same things as you, Kev.
What? See, this is what I mean.
That poor soul.
He's got his cut-off jeans on down below. His hoodie on, AV in the AM. I do remember that. He is the American you.
So
and that is a good thing.
I have an unrelated question. Does Noel talk on this show at all, or does he just sit there?
Mate, I'm just burnt out listening to you lot.
Okay. No, I just didn't know.
No, I'm just saying it. Now you started, I'm going to wrap it up, so get out. I was like, the only bit I was agreeing with you is like when you said I've got 5 minutes into the meeting and 3 minutes is too many. It's like, yep, I'm there.
I'm sorry, man.
The problem is though with every meeting it feels at the minute.
It is. Listen, I've been sat an extra 2 weeks in isolation in the UK, so I'm well bored of being in this room. Wherever else I've sat, it's still boring. It's still the same thing. Even though work for me is carried on, it's just like I just need to go out and have a bit more human interaction.
See, whereas mine is, I said this to Jace, and Jace didn't believe me. I'm enjoying it. It doesn't bother me. My life, I don't go out like you, and I'm not always in the pub, and I'm work and I'm kids. I'll be totally honest, when this is over, I'm going to miss the kids.
I love how in King's Mind, Noel's always in the pub.
I know, yeah, that's not strictly true.
Noel's always out with the dog, he's in the pub, he's mountain on his bike. Noel goes out and does it. I don't. Whatever the kids are doing is what I'm doing. So for me, I'm here and I'm with the kids. Nothing's really changed for me.
Yeah,
I've got to actually agree with you a little bit. I'm not looking forward to having to explain to the kids why I'm not home as much when this lifts. And we're still working. I was home yesterday. I'm home today with mostly meetings. I'm going out after this to see a client. But I'm still working. I'm still in the field a little bit, depending on the client. I can't imagine, like my wife hasn't been to a store since March 12th.
Yeah, the same. I'm worried like whether my car's going to start. Yeah. Stuff like that.
Did you not put a turbocharger on it?
No.
You just let it sit there?
Planning. You just let it sit there.
Yeah, it's not going to start. It's going to be dead.
I'm my wife's taxi, so I take it to and from work every day.
We've
the one
been
that still does shopping, but that's it.
Yeah. Well, that's the other interesting thing is my wife cannot wait for this to be over, so I don't do the grocery shopping anymore. Because it seems I'm not that great at this.
What is that all about? I got that. What's that all about?
I don't understand. I don't think I do a bad job, but I go out and I come home with stuff, and she's like, "Why did you get this?" I'm like, "Because I wanted it." She's like, "It wasn't on the list." I'm like,
Yeah.
Who does the cooking? Do you do the cooking, Matt?
I do some of it.
As a percentage?
20 to 30.
Yeah, there you go. That's why the shopping's not right.
I don't believe anyone asked you, Noel.
I'm with your wife, I'm afraid.
Right then.
Can we kick Noel off?
Nope.
That's been really good fun. I haven't got video fatigue with this one. Cheers, guys. We'll see you on the next one.